on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White, and my other co-host, Barry Burrell. Man, we got
What's up, guys?
Stuff for you today.
That's right. We got some good stuff.
All right.
We got some
I want
trade
people
stuff.
to pump the brakes because I'm just listening to NBA radio and I'm looking on Facebook and people saying, "Yo, the Cleveland Cavaliers is going to be the ish." And I'm like, hold on now, wait a minute, because you got Donovan Mitchell, who actually needs the ball, and we got a ball-dominant point guard and Darius Garland here, who I actually like, with the ball in his hands because he actually makes really, really, really good decisions. With Donovan Mitchell, I don't know but so much. So will Donovan Mitchell actually play off the ball? And defensively, how this is actually going to work, because they're going to try to hunt Donovan Mitchell.
Right.
So Barry, take us off on there, and I know exactly what people are going to say about, they got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley to cover up those mistakes.
Well, I tell you
what
what,
people are actually thinking, but there's a problem there too, though. Go ahead, Barry. Take us off.
Well, listen, I mean, right now, Darius Garland. Listen, I'm not even going to break down the numbers. Listen, right now, your point guards are Darius Garland, Ricky Rubio, Raul Neto, and then, of course, you got Andre Nevin Jr. These guys are probably not going to see the floor. Your shooting guards are Donovan Mitchell, Karis LeVert, your guy, all right? Then you got C.D. Osman, Isaac Okoro, at the small forward. Power forward, you got Evan Mobley, Kevin Love, he's still there. And then you got your man Jared Allen, Robert Lopez, probably backing him up. This is the team now that will go out and compete for a playoff spot. You're right. Let's pump the brakes on that. We don't know how good they're going to be. We just don't know. But let's just go with the numbers. What Cleveland did to get this particular roster, because does this roster scare you? The roster I just gave. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Osman, Mobley, and Jared Allen. That's your starting five. Maybe you start Kevin Love at power forward. I don't know. But that's your team. Are they scared?
I would probably put Kevin Love in there to provide more floor spacing, because you got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley that cannot shoot.
Right.
Especially Jared Allen is a liability on offense.
Can they defend
the load up the paint on him and say, "Hey, Jared Allen, beat us from the outside if you're looking at a 7-game playoff series." And I don't like the fact that you actually got to help constantly. What made Boston dangerous last year, this past year in the playoffs,
they had a lot of two-way players.
Yeah, everybody can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah,
nobody really had to help off anybody in a sense, though.
That's right.
So when you have a backcourt with Garland and
Donovan Mitchell,
yeah, it's going to have to be constant help.
Now, that looks like a small backcourt. Right there. Now, C.D. Osman, I don't know what type of depth he brings, but he's a pretty good low-post player. But Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, I also see it there. This team is hard to project what they're going to be able to do. But you got a first-round pick named Ochai Agbaji, who was actually part of the national championship team in Kansas. He was one of the great players they had on that team for that championship run. But when you look at this now, the Cavaliers now sit at $171.76 million in caps, and now that's their cap with the addition of Mitchell. All right, the only All-Star you have on that roster is Darius Garland. All right, Mitchell averaged 25.9 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds last year. He was also an All, but he was efficient at 44% field goal percentage. But he struggled outside from beyond the arc. He struggled. Donovan Mitchell struggled. He shot 35% as the whole season. You're going to need him to pick that up next season, especially with Garland probably running the rock and running the offense. So is this a good defensive team? Can they defend the high-speed pick and roll? Are they going to be a better efficient team on the outside, especially beyond the arc? These are questions that come along with it. I don't know.
And the same thing when you put Kevin Love. You could put Kevin Love in pick and roll situations. He can't move his feet laterally. So there's a lot of issues to go there.
Yeah.
And we'll actually see how it works out. I like Karis LeVert coming off the bench though, so maybe there's not enough. There's a lot, he's going against like second tier, third tier players. Relieve a lot of pressure off of him. We'll see how they actually, get it together. I think it'll be a work in progress for the first 25 games. We'll see after 25 games what happens. But let's talk about Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Danny Ainge, man.
Danny Ainge, yeah, man. He wheeled the deal, didn't he? I mean, he got wow. He gets Laurie Marketing and he gets Colin Sexton, as we previously mentioned.
Yeah.
But he gets a 2025 first round pick. He gets a 26 first round pick swap, a 27 first round pick, a 28 first round pick swap, and then a 2029 first round pick. So basically, he's got 5 picks from Cleveland, along with 2 quality scoring players that the Cleveland Cavaliers just gave up. So,
yeah, you got a lottery picking Colin Sexton there.
Right. So, I mean, did Cleveland make the right decision? They gave up an awful lot to get Donovan Mitchell, bro. Now, we understand Sexton was out last year due to the knee injury and all that. So, but we know Sexton was a good player. He's a viable player. He was a very aggressive player coming up, starting, dribble, put the ball on the floor, score from anywhere on the floor. Good defender. I mean, Laurie Marketing, we know he's a pretty good shooter, big man from the outside beyond the arc. Shot 30% last year from beyond the arc, so that's pretty good for a big man. But then you give up all those picks, bro. I don't know. Danny Ainge stockpiled 13 picks altogether between now and 2010.
Like you and I were talking off camera, man. I mean, you don't know how these guys are actually going to pan out. So this is they call it a lottery because the odds are against you. They're not
right.
So the more tickets you buy, let's say you're playing for the Mega Millions, you buy $50,000 or $60,000 worth of tickets.
Right.
That increases your odds by what is it, like 1% or so to actually win.
Right.
You actually need as much as you actually can, and I think this what Danny Ainge is actually doing is brilliant. I mean, this dude is a really, really, really savvy, really slick. And
but you know what? I will say one thing, though. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I'll say one thing, though. This backcourt might be one of the top 10 if things work out with Garland, because Garland did average 8 assists last year.
Yeah.
So
no, my thing is that will Donovan Mitchell play off ball? That's my main thing. He needs the ball in his hands. He used to having the ball in his hands, and I like the ball in Darius Garland's hands than I like it in Donovan Mitchell's hands, because he'll actually get everybody involved. He actually knows how to run an offense.
Well, that's the thing, because Garland did good last year, 8 assists, 21 points.
And we got to see if it's going to be Donovan Mitchell. Can Darius Garland shoot? Catch and shoot?
Right.
The percentages. How he catches from a standstill position.
Right. Exactly.
Do that. If he's not good at that, then there may be a problem there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Garland did good last year, so you figure Mitchell can get better from beyond the arc.
It shouldn't be an issue for Donovan Mitchell, dude. You got your money, right? You got your money. You're paid. You got your contract. You're not out to prove anything. We know what you can do. You know you can average 26 points a game. But if he has to take somewhat of a reduced role and let Darius Garland run the show, then so be it. That's my kind of. And then there's a teammate like a what do you call it? Like him and Rudy Gobert didn't get along, and I mean, so there's a leadership component to that. He didn't want to throw him the ball, and so that stuff like that.
Well, you got to think about it too, though. One thing I would say is that Mitchell wasn't the best defender, nor was Rudy Gobert. So, you figure when you're Utah, you had these players on your team for the last 3 seasons, as when they started to develop the fact that they were going to be a good threat in the Western Conference postseason.
Let me ask you something, man. Right? If you're not getting touches.
Yeah.
We all played basketball with guys that actually.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So we all played basketball with guys that we would say back in the days they would go nut. They would just don't want to pass, just try to do everything by themselves. I mean, mentally, you don't feel like you're in the game in a sense, though. So that's the thing I'm saying with when it came down to Rudy Gobert, in a sense that he didn't want to pass. Donovan Mitchell didn't want to pass him the ball. So that's the problem right there. And I'm going to do a separate video on how Rudy Gobert could be dangerous in a sense, because I've seen him play in France against other competition professionals. And
well, he's in Minnesota now, so we're gonna see what happens over there.
Yeah.
You got him and Oh my God, what's my big man's name over there? Well, listen, they got a good squad over there. I mean,
yeah, the cat. Yeah,
yeah, they lost Patrick Beverly though. So I think Beverly will want it to be a Laker this year. So, listen, Utah, like I said again, Utah had these players on their team. As far as they can go as a second round, they couldn't go any further than that. They didn't go to a conference finals with these players on their team. So Danny Ainge was like, listen, it's time to cut and dry. It was a smart move on his part. And it looks like it's a good move on Cleveland's part. You're just going to have to see how the backcourt pairs up. But I think with Garland, if he can match his point total, his play from last year, and Donovan Mitchell can be a little bit better from beyond the arc and become a little bit more of a better defender, yeah, Cleveland might just be a team to be scared of, bro. We shall see.
All right. We'll wrap this video up. If you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Certainly share the video. And when you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. And then Barrick, is willing to throw in 75% of his paycheck.
Yeah, you better go ask my wife that first. All right, guys.
That's a joke right there. All right. All right. Peace out, everyone. Peace out.
All right.